Hey, welcome back to Veracity Trigger. I wanted to talk about salvaging. So, this is going to be in my playlist of Living Life Activated, and I'm going to go overhead and talk a little bit about that. I thought I had this in the camera, but maybe I didn't. All right, I wish I could find a way to prop this up, but either way, I'll probably just show you like this here. One thing I want to talk about, one main thing is batteries, recycling, that sort of thing. This can help you save money. Now, this is for gamers. This is also for a lot of other people too, but this can help you save money and not spend extra cash, okay? So I've got this multimeter here. I'm going to go ahead and show you that I've got a temperature gauge here. It's got two batteries that are pretty good still, and one that has died. So a lot of people they they replace all the batteries, right? You just dump them all out, put new fresh ones in. Now it's different if you have like a smoke detector or something like that. You need to, last for a whole new year or something like that. But other batteries, something like this, you could just change out the weak ones. Okay, let me go ahead and show you that real quick here. Okay, so if I got the gauge here, I'm going to go ahead and put this battery in here and show you how low it is. And we'll kind of get some idea as to why this temperature gauge kind of went down. But you kind of already know this anyway, so I'm holding this here. We've got... Oh, this is the good one. Okay, I got the good one. Here's the 1.47 there. So I got the good one there. I'll put that back here. One of these was the bad one. I thought that was the bad one. But either way, what I'm going to do here is that if you have some bad batteries, it's usually just one battery that's really dry, and you can replace that battery. So this one's a pretty decent one too. Okay. So I think this is the bad one. We'll see. Yeah, this one's can you see that right? 1.06. So this is the bad one here. The other batteries were already like 1.1 or 1.2 in here that I just tested. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is just throw away that one battery and replace it with this one that was 1.4. Either one, they're both 1.4. So I'm just going to go ahead and replace just the one battery there that need, and we have a green light. Okay, so that was just, I know it took a little time to do it, but if you have batteries and you want to replace just the bad battery, because usually one battery is getting drained more than the other two batteries are like supporting the one battery, but the one battery typically gets drained the fastest. So there's usually just one that kind of does that. But multimeter is a great idea for that. You can buy a cheap one at like Ace or some hardware store or something like that. Pretty easy. That's one way to save on your carbon footprint, because typically when people replace batteries, there could be 5 or 6 batteries in there and people are just taking them all out, throwing them all away. Most of the batteries are still good. You're wasting so much money on all these batteries. And I know that there's like rechargeable batteries, which end up in landfills too, but I'm just saying, if you got something like that, that's a way to salvage and save money. I'm throwing away one battery instead of 3. I'm throwing away one battery instead of 3. Okay, so that's after a while, I've done this for a while. It's almost like I can feel the battery weighs less. Like it's like there's not much in there now. Like it's kind of dead. The juice is gone. But besides that, let me talk about recycling and talk about some other stuff too. Okay, so I want to talk about recycling, and I'm just going to cover this pretty briefly. But there's a lot of people that will just throw everything in the recycling bin. And as far as like some apartments and corporations of things like that go, the people that come by to pick up that trash, they'll leave notices for the manager saying that, hey, if you throw away garbage in a recycling bin, we're just going to take that recycling bin, that entire dumpster, and throw that in the trash. So it defeats the whole purpose of even recycling in the first place. So the point is, if you really want to help out and you don't believe in recycling or you just don't care, throw it all in the trash, even if it was recycling. It makes more sense that way, because I'd rather see that as far as like recycling bottles and all that goes, instead of an entire dumpster being thrown into the trash. So like, if you want to leave your carbon footprint a little bit better, look at the bottom of the thing. People throw away plastic tricycles and stuff like that. I've even heard people come by telling me like, oh, I guess I'm just an asshole, I'm just throwing stuff in the recycling. Yeah, they kind of can be, because that's meant for the recycling bin. And the whole point is, when it gets sent there, maybe they do sort some of that, but that's different. That depends on your state. That depends upon your country, per se. It depends on a lot of things. And some places are just overloaded with recycling and trash, that if they see anything in there, like, they could be very discriminatory. They could see a straw and be like, nope, that's garbage, that's food. And another thing too, if you're going to recycle stuff, you cannot recycle pizza with cardboard boxes, because how are they going to melt down the cheese that's left inside the box and the bread and all that into another cardboard box? It'd be partly filled with cheese and other substances of, I'm just saying, like, if you really want to help out with the recycling thing, make sure you're looking at the recycling logo to see if it is recyclable or if it's not, because otherwise you're counterproductive, towards that. But as far as salvaging goes and things like that, I think that kind of covers a little bit of that. I had a paper here that I had written down, and yeah, it's, saving things in life that keep your value. That's another thing too. So save things that, help you out as far as like what you can do in your life. So it's kind of hard to give a really good example, but let's say you've got a chair, right? You've got a chair. It's a little bit broken, but you can fix it. You can, put some tape around it. I've done it with one of my chairs. The whole side of the wood cracked and broke, and I put glue in the middle of it, and I glued it back together. I put some tape around it. Like, if you do something like that, you could repair things without having to throw things away, and that will save you money. And the point of saving money, I know it doesn't sound as extravagant, but when you save money, you're not spending it, so you have more money in your wallet, in your bank, to do other things, better things. So that was kind of the point of this video. The next point, there was only 3 points I had to make today. It was keeping waste down and stuff like that. But I think going forward in life, this is like one of the key things, like, a lot of people want to do as much as they can to help the environment. But a part of helping the environment is knowing what to put into the environment as far as trash and waste goes, and also what to keep for yourself that is still salvageable. So that's really all I have for this video. Not much, not too much here as far as anything else goes. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, smash like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. I will come back to you next week with another video like this. Yeah, so that's all I've got. Take care, and I'll see you later.